we've covered the fundamentals of perimenopause and menopause, and of course, Freda Liu here together with Dr. Sangeet, Kaur. Now we're going to talk about the other aspect, which is menopause and your mental health. And this is such an important thing, right? When we want to talk about understanding anxiety, mood swings, and some people have the brain fog or that pesky brain fog. But I want to also talk, I know we covered last, the one of the episodes was that it actually among Asian women, Malaysian women, it is joint pains, but it is true also we have our mood swings and anxiety internally, right? What is actually causing this? Because I think this is so important because we are no more just in the home where we can scold our children because we're out in the workplace.
They get the brunt of it.
And then, the love is spread further away, right? But what is actually causing this mood swings and anxiety?
Okay, so when it comes to perimenopause, the two hormones is the estrogen and the progesterone. Now, these hormones, they regulate our neurotransmitters.
Okay.
Right? So estrogen, it regulates serotonin, which is the happy hormone.
Okay.
And progesterone, on the other hand, is GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, which keeps a woman calm. It's a natural tranquilizer. It aids in sleep as well, progesterone. So what happens is when you're going through a perimenopause, now the hormones that actually fluctuates a lot, most of the time is actually the estrogen. And to me, it's like when I'm treating patient, it's more difficult when they're going through that phase because on one hand, their estrogen may be low. On the other hand, they become estrogen dominant. So it's like a moving target. So you can imagine when it fluctuates, your moods, right?
Okay.
So that's how it really affects. But, Freda, one thing it's beyond the hormones.
Yeah.
And I feel the awareness is so important. The mindfulness. Yes, you can blame your hormones as much as possible. But I really feel besides all this physiological changes that's taking place in our body,
right,
we also need to spend some time, silencing the mind, meditating. We have to look at it as holistically.
Okay.
Right.
What are some, coping mechanisms that they can incorporate daily? You talk about mindfulness, but what are some of the things that we can actually do, in addition to what is helping us internally, but here?
So to me, I think one of the powerful tools is actually meditation.
Okay.
Right? You can even do a simple breathing exercise, right? They call it the box exercise. It's the 4-4-4. I did, previously was, the transcendental meditation. Then I've tried they call it the 4-7-8.
Okay.
So you inhale 4, you hold 7 seconds, you exhale 8 seconds. So it just slows down. So you got the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. Right?
Okay.
When you get anxious and all that, it's all the sympathetic activity. So how do you calm them down?
Okay.
It's basically you try to increase your parasympathetic.
Okay.
And this is when the mindfulness comes in. The breathing exercise, doing yoga.
Okay. Right. So you have to do these things. Okay. I'll tell you what are my mechanisms, right? I exercise. I think I start the day as much as possible by walking or just, whatever workout. I find that helps with just chemicals are going to be released, right? So
absolutely.
And then
endorphins
are going to be released, and then that just happens by virtue of exercise. And I just do that as much as possible every day. And that to me, I don't know. I try to be a little bit in terms of the breathing, all that. I find it's not very natural for me. So I find that if I have another way of doing it, or sometimes I just the weights, right?
You just let it out.
I let it out. I find is that a good thing to do as well?
Absolutely. You know what? Find something that you enjoy doing. I think that's most important.
Okay.
Right? Because it's going to become a routine. So when it comes to a routine, to me, it's like what you enjoy doing. That's most important. Otherwise, you're not motivated. And when it comes to meditation, it's never easy. A lot of them, they tell me, I don't know how to meditate. But that's the whole thing about meditation.
Okay.
It is not easy and it's going to take time. So even if you can calm your mind for about 30 seconds, or good enough, you start slow, baby steps.
Okay.
And even if you can't do that, there's a lot of apps you can find these days. It's called the Calm. It's called the Headspace.
Right.
Whatever suits you.
Okay. So this is what you do every morning. What's your routine like?
Oh, my routine? Well, when I wake up, I try to do my meditation. So I'm a pranic healer now. So that is something new that I've learned and I incorporate that. So meditation, Then once a week I go for a hike. That's more being in the nature, trying to ground myself.
Okay, forest bathing.
Hugging the trees. And yoga, I do yoga once a week. So now it comes to resistance training. So I have a personal trainer, and I always encourage women. I keep telling them the best investment is yourself.
Yes.
At this age, if you're going to do strength training or all this resistance exercise, don't be a hero. Try lifting yourself.
Yes.
And then you end up injuring yourself, right? So get a personal trainer, learn. Even if it's once a week, like mine normally starts on a Monday, and I get him to write down for me what we did for the session on the day. Wednesday, I go back, I replicate myself. Right? So twice a week. Do it about twice or 3 times a week. And I think it's good enough. And I'm so passionate with my dance. And my dance is like on Thursday nights.
Okay.
And I think the whole thing is just keep moving. Don't stop moving. The minute you stop moving, the minute you give up on life, that's when all the issues start.
What is your answer for people who say, I don't have time?
Well, you have to make time. We all have time. It's the priority. When you say you don't have time, I mean, isn't your health important? Isn't your health your priority? And I think, you know what? When you talk about the new wealth, it's your health, it's your peace.
Exactly. Right. And I'm all for that as well, right? I mean, like I've started my weight training as well. And then people say, I mean, of course the goal, right, to lose weight and everything, but it's about staying fit. And I say, when are you gonna see results? Well, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, because of what I've invested in myself now, right? It's gonna be something that I've done 10 years ago, right? So the best time to start is yesterday. So second best time is today, right? But when it comes to mental health as well, right? I mean, when is it also, do you look up for a coach sometimes, or do you look up for a therapist? Sometimes people feel that they might need that kind of help.
I always feel that listen to your body. When you feel that you are doing certain things, whether it's exercising, you're doing your mindfulness, you're doing your meditation, but still you find yourself, in the dark side.
Yeah.
I always say, do not fall into the hole. Right. Always reach out for help, seek help. Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's a personal coach, whether it's a therapist, whether it's whichever, but just seek professional help. Sometimes it's different. You may meet up with your friend, we talk over coffee, but that's a different kind of conversation. We need professional help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there support groups that women can join? You know how women just love it? I mean, I'll call you, whatever, I need to yak and let it out. But are there support groups that we can join?
Well, I believe now there are more that's coming along, and we know Joanne Ho, who's the founder of Menopause Asia, and she's going to launch this online platform on October 16th. So I think this would be a great start.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to have some coffee mornings, like maybe, get this whole community, support one another once a month.
Right.
It's like a follow through from the launch.
Okay.
So it's an online, so it's not like limited to KL.
Yeah.
You can be, in whichever part of Malaysia, outstation. We can still connect. We can still, assist them.
Okay.
Whoever is going through this whole transition. So the whole idea about this is basically to help them navigate.
Right. So depending when this is aired, okay, look out for Menopause Asia. It's a support group for women. I think we'll be both online and hopefully physical. So there's a community that we can sit together and talk, right?
Yes.
Have our coffee and have our chat about this. So great. It is important to take care of your mental health. It is so important. I'm very, very aware that if I'm not, I always say, I put my mask on myself before I can put it on my child. Otherwise, he'll feel the brunt of it. So great, we've covered that. I think one of the things that I want to discuss next is about sleep, because that really affected me, and that's going to be a topic on our next episode.
Sure. Thank you.